all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to send WooCommerce order notifications to Slack automatically. So do you also use WooCommerce to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here, I'm doing the same. So I'm managing an e-commerce store, and for that, I use WooCommerce to sell my products online. So now to streamline this process and to get real-time notifications, what I want is that as soon as a new order is placed in my WooCommerce account, automatically my team on Slack should be notified about the new order details. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between WooCommerce and Slack. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to understand how to send WooCommerce auto notifications to Slack automatically. So as you know that I manage an e-commerce tool, and keeping track of new orders in real time is essential for ensuring timely fulfillment. So to streamline this, I want to set up this automation that transfers new WooCommerce orders directly to Slack channel via Pabbly Connect. So as you can see, something like this. So now whenever a customer places an order, my team gets an instant notification in Slack with all the order details, including the customer name, products ordered, and also the shipping address. This allows us to act quickly, coordinate fulfillment, and ensure nothing slips through the cracks, enhancing our overall operational efficiency. So to do all of this, I have simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we're going to open this, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which is create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here, I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations. And I want to name my workflow as send WooCommerce order notifications to Slack automatically, and then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as WooCommerce right over here because I want that as soon as a new order is placed in my WooCommerce account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new order created. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So I want that as soon as a new order is created, my workflow should be triggered. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So first we are going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to follow this help text in order to create a connection between our WooCommerce account and our Pabbly's workflow. So what we are going to do is, it is saying log into your WordPress admin panel and locate to the settings tab in the left column. So I'm going to open my WordPress account. So as you might know that WooCommerce is a plugin of WordPress only. So that's why we have opened our WordPress account right over here. And now from the left sidebar, we are going to look for WooCommerce. And as you can see WooCommerce, so we are going to open this right from here. And now after opening my WooCommerce, over here you can see settings. So we have to go on this settings right from here. And now after opening the settings of our WooCommerce account, you can see advanced right over here. So we have to go on this advanced. And after opening this advanced, you can see page setup. Over here you are going to notice that there is a webhook button. So you have to click on this webhook button right from here. And as soon as we are going to click on this, over here you can see all the webhooks which I have previously created. created, but I'm going to create a new. For that, I'm going to click on add webhook right over here, and as soon as we're going to do so, it is asking me for the name of the webhook. So let's suppose that I'm going to keep it as testing right over here. So I'm going to enter testing. It is saying status. So over here we have to keep the status as active. You can see in the workflow also it is saying keep the status to active. So yes, we have to keep the status as active, and then it is saying choose the topic as order created. So yes, this is the same trigger event right over here too, which is order created, and we have to select the topic as order created only. So I'm going to look for order created, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select the topic for the same, and now it is asking me for the delivery URL. So we're going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, and now it is asking me for the secret. So if you wish, you can definitely add a secret right over here, but this is not the required field, so I'm going to leave it as blank. It is saying API version. I'm going to select it as this only, and then we are going to click on save webhook, and as soon as we are going to click on save webhook right over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our WooCommerce account with our Pabbly's workflow and created this webhook. So now I'm going to open my workflow again, and now you can see webhook ID over here. So this is the proof of our successful connection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on recapture webhook response, because I want to capture the response of the order created. So here you can see that now it is saying now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do the test submission /record. So I'm going to open my WooCommerce account right from here, and we are going to go on products to purchase a product. So I'm going to open my products right from here. As you can see over here are all the products, so I'm going to use one from this only, which is skincare. So I'm going to click on preview right over here, and as soon as we are going to click on preview right over here, you can see that we are going to purchase this product as demo user. So I'm going to add this product to my cart, and after adding this, we are going to move on forward and click on proceed to checkout, and we are going to do the payment for this product. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as user. Over here you can see the company name, the country. Over here you can see the street address, the city, state, and also over here you can see the zip code, the phone number, and the email address. So yes, I have entered all of these details, and then I'm going to click on place order, and as soon as we're going to click on place order right over here, yes, you can see thank you, your order has been received. So yes, we have successfully placed this order, and over here you can see all the order details. You can see skincare, the quantity is 1. You can see the subtotal, the shipping, you can see the VAT, the payment method, and the total. Also over here you can see the billing and the shipping address. So yes, with this we have successfully did the test submission, and now what has happened is that WooCommerce has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to go back to my workflow, and over here we are going to wait for a few seconds so that Pabbly can capture the response. And yes, you can see Pabbly has captured the response. Over here you can see response B. We're going to look on forward towards the details which we entered. So I'm going to scroll down, and over here you can see skincare. Over here you can see the times, and over here is the quantity, which is 1. We are going to move on forward. We are going to look for another details. You can see the postcode, the state which we entered. Over here you can see the first name and last name of a customer, and over here you can see the company name of a customer which we entered. Over here you can also see the address. You can see the payment method. We are going to move on forward. You can see all the order details in this response. So yes, as soon as we receive this response, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new order is created in my WooCommerce account, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response to forward it to another application, and over here in my case it is Slack. So now we are going to move on towards our action step, and now for my action application I'm going to select it as Slack. So I'm going to search for Slack, and then we are going to select it, and now for the action event we are going to select it as send channel message, because I want that as soon as a new order is created on my WooCommerce, automatically my team on Slack should be notified something like this. So I'm going to click on connect right over here, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Slack account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we are going to click on connect with Slack. And as soon as we're going to do so, it is asking me for the token type. So let's suppose that over here it is saying enter the token type as either user or bot. Check the documentation to find out how to get it. So over here you can click on this hyperlink which says learn more, and you can can find out the difference between user and bot. From here you can check the complete difference between user and bot. So I'm going to open my workflow again, and over here I'm going to select my token type as bot, and then we're going to click on save. And as soon as we are going to click on save, right over here you can see it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow Pabbly save, and as soon as we are going to click on allow right over here, yes, you can see authorization successful. So yes, with this we have successfully connected our Slack account with our Pabbly's workflow, and now it is asking me for the channel. So it is asking me for the channel I want to send the message in. So over here you can see the name of my channel is WooCommerce orders. So I'm going to select the same only. I'm going to search for WooCommerce orders, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it. And now it is asking me for the message I want to send to my channel. So I want the message to be this: Woohoo, new order received, customer name, email, products order, amount to which is the total amount. You can see the shipping address, and over here you can see the payment method. So over here we are going to enter all of these details. So we are going to not enter these details manually, but we are going to map these details from the previous response. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected WooCommerce as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that over here it is asking me for the customer name, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter the customer name right over here manually by typing it like this, demo user. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But what I want is that these details should change with every new response received. So that's why we are going to map these details. So what we are going to do is I'm going to open my previous response and we are going to look for the name of our customer. And over here you can see the name of our customer, which is demo user. So we're going to map the first name, put a space right over here, and then we are going to map the last name. And now we are going to map the email too. I'm going to look for email in my previous response, and as you can see the email, so we are going to map it. It is saying product order. So over here I'm going to look for product from the previous response. As you can see that this is my product, which is skincare, so I'm going to select it, and then we are going to put a X right over here, and then we are going to enter the quantity of the product. So I'm going to look for quantity right over here, and as you can see 1, so we are going to map it. And now it is asking me for the total amount, so we're going to map the amount too. So over here we are going to look for the amount, and as you can see that this is the amount, which is 2100. So we're going to map the total amount. It is asking me for the shipping address, so we're going to map the address too. Over here you can see new street, we are going to map it, put a comma. We are going to map the city too. Right over here I'm going to look for it, as you can see Bhopal, so we are going to map it. Again we are going to put a comma, and then we are going to map over here the state. So I'm going to look for the state, and as you can see Madhya Pradesh right over here, so we are going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we are going to move on forward. Over here it is asking me for the payment method, so I'm going to look for the method, and as you can see cash on delivery, so we are going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we are going to move on forward. Over here it is asking me for many another details, so if you wish you can definitely fill out all these details and then click on save and send test request. But over here you can see all of these details are not the required details, so I'm going to leave it as blank, and directly we are going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully sent a Slack message with the same details. So I'm going to open my Slack and check for the message received, and yes, you can see that we have received a new message which says woohoo, new order received. You can see the customer detail, the email. Over here you can see the products detail. Over here you can see the total amount, the shipping address, and the payment method. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my WooCommerce account again, and we are going to go back to our shop. So this time we are going to purchase another product. So I'm going to look for my products, and as you can see, let's suppose that we are going to purchase this product, which is LED bulb. So I'm going to click on preview right over here, and now we are going to purchase this. So I'm going to click on add to cart, and over here we are going to purchase 2 quantities of this products. And after entering the 2 quantities, we are going to click on proceed to checkout, and as soon as we are going to do so, over here you can see the details. So we are going to change these details. So for the first name, I want the first name to be test. For the last name, we are going to keep it as user. This is the company name. Over here you can see the country, the street, the city. Over here you can see the zip code. Over here you can see the state, and over here you can see the phone number and the email address. And now we are going to click on place order with the same details. So as soon as we are going to click click on place order right over here. Yes, you can see that we have successfully placed this order. You can see thank you, your order has been received. You can see all the details of the order. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our another test submission. And now what has happened is that WooCommerce has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent an automated notification on our Slack channel. So I'm going to open my Slack and check for the notification received. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Slack channel right from here. And yes, you can see a new message received, which is woohoo, new order received. Over here you can see the customer name, the email, and over here you can see the product, which is LED bulb, and you can see the quantity, which is 2. So you can see the total amount, shipping address, and payment method. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have also tested this workflow in real time. So I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for a trigger application, we selected WooCommerce, and then for the trigger event, we selected new order created. For the action application, we selected Slack, and then for the action event, we selected send channel message, because I wanted that as soon as a new order is received on my WooCommerce account, an automated message should be sent on my Slack channel notifying my team about the new order details. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the 2 messages I sent to my Slack channel with the product details. Over here you can see the customer details too. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.